As Peter said, we're here to launch something, and this is very much a Renew Wales scheme, Egni, which is a solar PV cooperative. So we're looking to install solar PV on 7 community buildings in South Wales. You'll know some of them. I think places like Dove Workshops in Banwyn, which is an award-winning sort of social enterprise. Glynneath Training Centre, similar. Brynhaman Cinema, the biggest screen in Wales, built by the miners in the 1920s. Sort of fantastic interior. So there's 7 buildings like that. Their benefit from Egni is going to be free electricity. But this is your chance, basically, to invest in the co-op. And as I said, it's been a Renew Wales project because my time has been funded to help develop this through Renew. And we've drawn very much on the network of mentors that we have with Renew. So Share Energy have been fantastic. You know, they're linked to loads of cooperative ventures in England and Scotland, so they've brought their experience to bear. Rounded Developments did all of the EPCs. Mentor Morn did all of our translation as well. So we've tried to sort of use the network as much as we can, and today is the launch. So the scheme will be 105 kilowatts. It will save about 1,000 tonnes of carbon over the lifetime of the panels. We need to raise about £155,000 to pay for the panels. It's built on existing sort of models, I've got to say, mainly in England, where these have just taken off, perhaps because of the lack of grant funding there for renewables. But what's critical, the reason it isn't happening in Wales is you can't use public grants to pay for these installations and then get the feed-in tariff. So that's where co-ops are really well placed to fill that need. And we need to get people investing in this kind of technology. Obviously you need to have cash to do it, but there is a local community benefit through the free electric, which will obviously reduce the running costs of these buildings into the future. So we have until June to get these installations done. The share offer is open now and is open for eight weeks. So we have 8 weeks within which to raise that 155,000. So I'd really like it if you would take some of our share offer documents back with you to distribute to your communities, to your community groups. It'll be people that kind of want to support this sort of stuff, basically. You know, to put their money into something which is sustainable and, you know, supports the community sector in Wales. There is a sort of rate of return, 4%, that we've projected based on the income from the feed-in tariff from investors, which actually will go up to 10% if we get the Seed Enterprise Investment Scheme allowance, which is a tax benefit for companies looking to raise this sort of sum of money. You can find more information about that on the HMRC website. But if we get that, and there's a good reason to think we will, the sort of rate of return to investors will be 10%. But please look at our share offer document, copy this. You know, this is the sort of first PV co-op in Wales, but it can be copied by other groups in other areas. You know, it's kind of multiplied in England, and I've watched it there over the last few years doing that. So I really hope to see more of these sorts of schemes happening in Wales, but I'd really also like this one to go ahead. Thank you.
And the material, the leaflets, etc.
Yeah, grab any share-off documents from me or from Jenny. Jenny, you want to lift your hand as well? And we'll be outside with a whole pile of them. But perhaps after lunch, I'll just give out copies to everyone that's here. And if you want to take some back with you, that would be brilliant as well. We've got 2,000, and the main thing is we get them out there. We don't want these sitting on shelves.
And is there a website? Or
Yeah, www.egni.coop, which is actually going to be launched tomorrow.